Hi everyone, welcome back to Feathers and Ferns. This is Priya here, and today I am going to do a quick tutorial on making these bright tags. So I have already cut a cereal box tag and I am gluing tea-dyed paper on it using PVA glue. I am doing this step first. This tea-dyed paper is going to be the back side of my tag, and I'm going to do this thing the first step for this tag making process, because it always is difficult to glue a tea dyed paper and then cut it later, because when the tag is highly embellished, sometimes it is difficult to cut off this excess paper on the edges. So I decided to do this thing the first step. So I'm cutting off all the excess paper now, and once that is done, I will also punch a hole uh, initially instead of doing it later, which will make more sense when you will watch the full video. Going to start working on the front of the tag. For that, I have taken this old torn jeans that I had, and I'm going to use it for the cover of, sorry, the front of the tag. So I'm going to glue this denim fabric on the tag using PVA glue, and in fact, using this PVA glue, the fabric adhered quite well to the tag. So I'm taking some generous amount of PVA glue, more than I usually take, and then I am adhering this fabric nicely, removing all the wrinkles and everything, and then I'm pressing it nicely. And once it is nicely stuck on the tag, once this fabric is nicely stuck on the on the tag, I'm going to trim off all the excess of this fabric. Now this basic background of the tag looks ready. It is quite clean, there are no wrinkles, and I'm taking two colors here. One is in white and one is in pink. Both of these are chalk paints, but you can also take acrylic paints. They work equally well for this step. Now using a flat brush, I am going to paint this pink as well as this white paint on my tag. Uh, I'm not going to cover the whole fabric with this paint. Trying to give it a worn, distressed kind of look. So I'm going very lightly over it, and I want to create a a gradient shading kind of look here. So first I'm using this white paint. I'm not really focusing much on in the middle of this tag, because in the middle of the tag anyways I'm going to embellish it. I'm more focusing on the edges of the tag. So firstly I'm using this white color, and after that I will use the pink color. So it is not really taking any time for these colors to dry, because this fabric is kind of absorbing the color immediately and the color is drying instantaneously. So you don't have to wait for this color to dry, because the fabric of the denim is quite porous and it kind of absorbs the color. So once this step is done, the coloring is done, I am going to take the sparkle paste by Little Birdie. I will put the name of this this sparkle paste in the description box below. So I'm going to take some generous amount of this sparkle, and I'm focusing more on the edges, as well as I'm coloring it on top of the, using the sparkle on top of the colors. This sparkle is going to give me some extra glow and glitter. I want this tag to be shiny and sparkly. If you do not have the sparkle paste, you can always use glue glitter, or even if you don't have that, you can take some sparkle, that glitter, and you can mix that glitter with Mod Podge, and that can work equally well because the Mod Podge is clear. So once that dries, the sparkle or the glitter will shine through it. And this is done, the background is done, and you can see how it looks. It is not really showing nicely through the camera. So then I'm taking this paper pad collection by MAJA Design. This is called Denims and Girls, and I'm taking one of the images from this paper collection, and I want to use this image as the focal point for my tag. And after that image is prepared, I'm going to choose one more paper for this image that can act as a mat for this image. So this other paper is also from the same paper pad collection. I will put the name of this paper pad collection in the description box below. So my focal point image and the mat for that image is ready. Now I have more papers from this paper pad collection, and I'm choosing a few more papers because I want to create a nice collage effect underneath the focal point. So I decided to take a few coordinating papers in a few coordinating colors, and I'm tearing them not very precisely. I'm just tearing them using my hands, and because I want to give it a very shabby chic kind of look. Now I have finally selected my papers and I tore them, and even after that, a few edges of these papers, few sides of these papers have clean lines. So I'm going to use paper knife, and I am distressing these clean lines using the paper knife. This also helps help me get a very nice soft shabby chic look. If you do not, you can also use a proper distressing tool for this kind of look. There is a proper distressing tool that can help you get a rough edging on the papers. I don't have it, and this paper knife quite it works quite well. So I'm distressing all these images, all the papers using the paper knife now. I decided to use a little piece of scrap cardboard. This will help me get some more dimension and texture in the tag. So I'm just roughly cutting a little piece of this cardboard, and I'm going to tear off the top layer of this cardboard to reveal the insides, those ribbed lines. And once I have my cardboard ready, I will also paint it using the same white and pink chalk paint, and I will also use a little bit of sparkle paste on top of this cardboard. I'm not coloring this the whole of this cardboard. I'm just very softly, almost like dry brushing this cardboard with the colors and the sparkle paste, just to give it a little hint of color. I do not want it to be entirely colored. Now all the elements are ready, and now it is time to assemble everything on top of my tag. So I just want to create a nice layered effect on top of the tag. So decided to punch a hole on one of the biggest paper which is on the background of the tag, and I am putting this pink ribbon and a white lace trim in that corner. This is just giving a nice effect to my tag. And after this step, all the embellishments are going on the tag. I decided to put little pieces of cardboard underneath each element because I wanted each element to be slightly raised to have a bit of dimension. So I decided to use little pieces of cereal box cardboard underneath each layer. Is glued nicely on the tag. I wanted to create some more sparkle here, so I took this sparkle paste again and I'm applying it on these paper embellishments and I'm focusing more on the edges. This will give me a nice sparkly glow to this tag. Everything is ready, I decided to make a hole through the fabric, through the denim fabric here. The reason why I did not do it using my paper punch, because this fabric is too thick and my paper punch was not punching through this fabric. So I had a punch already on the background of this denim fabric. I had already punched on my cardboard tag, and on the paper, on the fabric, I made a hole using the knife. You can also use a needle or something, like something which can help you go through this hole of the tag. So once that is done, I am putting through two ribbons, or one is a ribbon and one is a lace trim through this hole. That will give me a nice tie for this tag. And this tag has come to a completion and I'm quite pleased with this, the results of this tag, and it looks a bit different from what I usually do. Two more similar tags off camera. And guys, please let me know what you think of these tags, and if you found this tutorial useful, please like this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and i I will see you very very soon. Thank you so much for being here and supporting me. Bye bye.